Officials Bill Spohn and Al Welling will be the linesmen here tonight, and Vladimir Sipchuk will be the referee for this hockey game. In the nets, it will be Sergei Cherkus for Soviet Select and Anderson for the Wisconsin Badgers. And Bill, as far as the Soviet style, maybe we should talk a little bit about what you might anticipate seeing here in this one.
Well, I think a lot of regroup, a lot of bring the puck back, a lot where their defensemen get involved in the offense, very seldom standing still, passing the puck to a space ball rather than to a player in many cases. Very selective on their shots. They'll pass up a lot of good shots to look for the picture-perfect pass. And all the years that we played them, and as I go back, we used to play them on New Year's Eve a lot, Paul. We never defeated the Russian team, and we've lost 4 times to them over the course of the last 10, 12 years. This might be the biggest Soviet team I've ever seen.
Bill, as far as Wisconsin is concerned, when you're outmatched in ability, what do you try to do in a game like this?
Well, you got to be very careful that you play your zone, you play your lanes, and you don't tend to chase with the flow of the puck. If you start chasing the puck and try to go with their flow, you may never get the puck. And we kidded about the fact that we may have to throw a puck out for Wisconsin to play with from time to time.
So the Wisconsin Badgers in another exhibition game. Dean Anderson will be the goaltender again tonight for the Wisconsin Badgers, and Cherkus in the nets. He is 30 years old for Soviet Select, 5'6", 169-pounder with a goals against average of 3.08. He's played 39 games and allowed 120 goals. The Wisconsin Badgers at center ice, it'll be Granado, Tuttle, and Renheim as a forward line against Lapshine, Lavrov, and the right winger for the Soviet Select, Kravец. And we're ready to go. And the face-off. And it's knocked down by Lapshine. Lapshine dropping it back to Zybin. Zybin trying to go right side of the pass. Take it away. With it is Tuttle. Tuttle down the corner to the right side. Tuttle with it. Behind the Soviet net, around to the far boards. Over to Granado. Turn trying to bring it out. And the Soviets regroup. And Lavrov with it down to the corner. Stick-handed to the puck. Wisconsin trying to hold the zone. Down to the corner with it is Tuttle on the near board. Centered it right out in front. And it was knocked down and it was cleared by Zybin. Up on the far wing, the breakout pass. It's Lapshine in over the blue line, chasing it down to the corner on the far side. Whistle, and we've had action stop. 19:22 remaining in the first period. Penalties
are going to go both ways on the Soviets and on the Badger hockey team as the Soviet official takes 1-1, so we'll go to 4-on-4 hockey. But Tuttle with a good feed in front to Renheim and a good close-in pad save for Черкас.
25, Russian, 2 minutes. 12, Russian.
Paul Renheim, as Bill mentioned, goes into the penalty box. 38 seconds into the hockey game here. Bill, maybe that's a signal for everybody that they're indeed going to call it close.
Well, I think that they'll try to control the game and force the Badgers into playing more of a finesse style, because that's how the Soviets play.
Kravets in the penalty box along with Renheim. And we're ready to go as Wisconsin sets it up to move it out of their own zone. And Dringa with it on the far boards. And Dringa to center ice, and the pass to Stanton, played it in over the blue line. Cherkus knocking it down, gets it to Zybin. Zybin behind the net to Lavrov. Here's Lavrov, stick-handed with the puck, and he brings it out to center ice to the blue line of Wisconsin. On the pass to Lapshine, and a drive is wide. A rebound, Lavrov with a drive, and that hit the side of the net, and Wisconsin will look to bring it out of the zone. On the lead pass with it is Tuttle, and Tuttle will lift it in, and it went in on Cherkus, who made the save and played the rebound over to Gайлик. Gайлик kept manning the puck over to center ice, and it's played down to the right wing corner of the Badger zone. Going back in behind the net, around over to set it up. Whistle, and play is going to be stopped. 18:32 remaining in a scoreless first period.
And the 3 major changes in the international hockey rules: the 2-line pass. You cannot pass across 2 lines, which really does away with the long backdoor pass. It's touch icing. You have to go back and touch the puck. It's not automatic. And the tag-up rule that the NHL and the WCHA use, where you can nullify the offside, is not going to be enforced in this series.
And the face-off to the right side of Cherkus. Mendel with a drive, and it was wide of the mark. The puck loose down on the near boards. Whistle, and play is going to be stopped in the zone of Soviet Select.
One of the things that the Soviets like to do when they come over is to play in the American rinks, because in many cases when they go to Calgary, the rinks are smaller. They're not 100 by 200.
Valery Shilov is the coach of Soviet Select. 18 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the first period of play. It's a 0-0 game. 1 minute remaining in the penalty times. Kravets in the penalty box with Ranheim. And it's set up by Власов. Here's Власов coming in over the blue line, and he shot it wide of the mark. Puck loose. And Kukушkин with it on the far side. Kukушkин trying to work it loose. Teplakov is there, and the drive is wide of the mark. On the far boards, knocked down, played back in behind the Wisconsin net. It goes around to the far side. Wisconsin turning, trying to bring it out of their own zone. Both teams still down a man, and it's picked up by Shutchuk on the far boards. Here's Shutchuk coming in over the blue line on the right side. Shutchuk trying to center it to the net. It was cleared away. Wisconsin holding it in on the right wing boards. Down to the corner on the near side. We have 17:42 remaining in the first period of play as Soviet Select will move it back out of their own zone. Власов with the puck, or pardon me, it's Teplakov on the near side. Teplakov down to the corner, played it in on the far boards. Mendel knocking it down to Mendel. Stick handling with the puck, moves it out over to center ice, intended for Ford. Knocked down, and Kravets and Ranheim are back out of the ice. Both teams at full strength. As the Soviet Selects go back now to stick handle with the puck. 17-12 remaining in the first period of play. No score in the game. The lead pass to Zybin in over the line. Zybin chasing it down to the corner with Vasilev. Vasilev behind the net. Vasilev and Zybin, and it's cleared by Wisconsin. Out over to center ice. Knocked down to the neutral zone. We have 16:55 remaining in a scoreless first period. Zubkov with the puck, trying to headman it out. Badgers look to hold it in, fired it in front of his own net. There's a drive, and it deflected wide off the body of Черкас. And it's loose down to the corner on the near side is Шенделев. Gets help to headman the puck out of the zone. It's Zybin to center ice. Here's Zybin to the blue line of Wisconsin. Zybin in over the line, trying to go left side. That's broken up, and Wisconsin comes back in over the line. Paz lays it down to the corner of the right side. Gerasimov with the puck for the Soviet Select. Here is Gerasimov. Gerasimov stick-handed with the puck, turning, trying to bring it out of his own zone. Шенделев with it, and they will set it up back to their own net now. The Soviets look to break it out of the zone. They bring it to center ice. Šendeljev with it, and they regroup. Bill, look the way they weave and make those motions. That's right.
They'll come back to the puck and come back up as a group.
And going back to the net now, over trying to pick it up again on the far side. Halizov with it, coming in over the line on the right wing, moving it in, shot, save by Anderson. It was fired by Ivanov. Nice save by Dean Anderson, moving it right out in front. Backhander is taken, deflected wide of the net. Loose down to the corner of the near side. Over to try and pick it up is Maslov. Maslov trying to work it loose, trying to get some help from A.Андреев. And it comes to the point on the near side as Wisconsin now looking to bring it back out of the zone. Puck loose at the blue line of the Badgers, knocked down by A.Андреев. Whistle and play will be stopped at the blue line of Wisconsin. No score with 15:23 remaining in the first period on this, your University of Wisconsin Hockey Network.
And the Badgers playing very even here with the Soviet team. And Paul, you got to keep in mind the Soviets came in late Sunday night, did not work out Sunday, and on Monday had their workout and again today. So the Badgers probably catching them when they're still a little tired from the trip.
And it's set up at center ice, and it's played into the blue line. Chasing it now, Tuttle down to the corner. Ranheim and Grano out of the forward line. Backhanded around by Zubkov on the near board. Played behind the net. Over to try and pick it up on the far side. Halizov back in behind the cage. Halizov with the puck as now the Soviets move it up the near wing to center ice in the lead to A.Андреев. Coming in over the line. Moving it right side is Maslov. He moved it in, and the cage is knocked out of position and will have a stoppage of play.
One thing the Soviets can really do, and that's shoot the puck, Paul. They are exceptionally quick snap and wrist shots, and they're not afraid to shoot the puck when they get anywhere near that top of that circle. And they're a big, strong team for a Soviet team, and I think as the game goes along, you'll see them probably improve, because you got to keep in mind they've only skated a couple times since the trip.
Nikolai Maslov colliding with the Badger cage there, but he seems to be okay. And we'll have the face-off coming up to the left side of Dean Anderson. We've had 2 penalties called in the game so far, and no score with 14:54 remaining here in the first period of play. Face-off coming up to the left side of Anderson, and off the draw. Puck loose to Ranheim in the far boards, backhanding it ahead. And Lavrov back over to pick it up for the Soviet Select. And he will weave his way out to center ice. checked away by Tuttle. The Soviets regroup on the near boards, back in their own zone, knocked down to the point on the near side. And with it is Simandl down to the corner of the near wing. Moving behind the net, Simandl, and he gave it to Mandel with a shot. And it's loose down to the corner to Ranheim, pinned along the near boards, trying to work his way loose. Ranheim and Tuttle work behind the net. Ranheim is tied up in traffic. Tying him up there is Gайлик. They try to move it to the slot. Back to Mandel at the point, and it comes out of the zone. Badgers look to regroup now at center ice. They knock it down to the neutral zone. Tuttle plays it down to the left wing corner of the Soviet zone. Zubkov over to pick it up. Lawrov over to help out. Lawrov at the far boards with Zubkov. Worked it behind the net to Gайлик. Here's Gайлик stick handling with a puck for the Soviets. Brings it out over to center ice. Drop pass again, and they set it up. Zubkov to the blue line of Wisconsin. Checked by Paws. No penalty called there. Puck loose at center ice to Lawrov. He drops it back on the far side over to Gайлик. Gайлik on the pass to Lawrov. Back to Gайлik. Behind the net. 13:40 remaining. First period. No score in the hockey game here from the Coliseum in Madison. Soviet select and the Wisconsin Badgers. And Lawrov with it. Lawrov on the pass as they go to Zubkov. Vladimir Zubkov with the puck now. Back in the Soviet zone. Cross ice in the far boards as they regroup again behind their own net. Vladimir Zubkov out to center ice. They go rink wide to Zepkov. In over the line, trying to move it to the Badger net. And it's taken away by Wisconsin, moved up ice by Shutchuk. Ford is out of the ice. Shutchuk with a puck, and they try to go to Sagasor. And backhanding it out, Wisconsin looking to hold it in. Bill, the Badgers look pretty good here in the first period.
Well, in the Soviets, and you notice a number of times they bring the puck back. They're waiting to come up ice in a group of 5, and if they can't, they bring it back out again.
And it's set up now. Here comes Bice into the blue line. 1 against 2. Bice trying to drop pass. That was steered down to the corner on the near wing. As Wisconsin trying to regroup, and it's cleared by Власов. Here's Власов. Igor Власov to center ice to the blue line of Wisconsin. Get over the line. Власov with it down to the corner of the near side. Cvetkov with it. Cvetkov trying to go to the point on the pass to Kukушkин. And that's knocked down, played in on the near wing as Wisconsin tries to work it loose. Власov with the puck, working on the near side. Cross ice, and a drive is wide by Vasilev. And it's played on the near side, coming over trying to pick it up and knocking it down to the point as Wisconsin tries to bring it out. And they move it and regroup back in their own zone. And with it is Stanton. Here's Stanton sticking over the puck, plays it in over the Soviet line, and Черкас knocking it down. The Soviets regroup on the near board, stick handling with the puck, over to try and pick it up. Mikhailov, and in behind the net now, stick handling with the puck is Gerasimov. And it goes behind the net now. The Soviets regroup on the near board to Zybin. He goes rink wide over to Vasilev. Vasilev coming in over the line. Vasilev trying to work to the net. And he got too deep, couldn't get off the shot. It went in behind the Wisconsin cage, picked up by Simandl. Simandl stick handling with a puck, hook checked away by Zybin. Zybin with it, trying to go. Backhander is taken. It was centered gear by Gerasimov to Vasilov. Knocked down. There's heavy traffic in front of the net. And Anderson covers up. The puck comes loose. Action continues. A backhander by Zybin. Knocked down, and it was cleared on the far side. Great action there.
Great reaction saved by Dean Anderson in the wild scramble in front. They're going to bring it all the way back out to and regroup it again, Paul.
And it's set up, and controlling it is Zybin. Here's Zybin, stick handed with a puck. Played it in over the Wisconsin line. Whistle and play will be stopped. Bill, why would you do that?
Well, they want to come up together
as a group of 5.
And what happens was, when the Badgers finally cleared the zone, I mean, Anderson's up and down, pad, save, scramble, nobody could cover the puck. Then when the Badgers finally cleared the zone, what happened was the Soviet forwards were coming back out, and so therefore they dropped it back to swing and come as a unit of 5 again. But a wild scramble in front, and no one seemed to be able to control the puck, and the Badgers very fortunate there that the Soviets didn't score.
We have 11 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the first period of play. No score from the Dane County Memorial Coliseum at Madison. A'Andreев, Maslov, and Ivanoff on for the Soviet select team. And the puck is loose now as Wisconsin regroups. Tuttle with it on the far side to Granado to center ice, intended for Ranheim. Played in over the blue line, and Soviets go back and they regroup. They play it to the blue line of Wisconsin, intercepted there. Wisconsin back in front of their own net. Tuttle with it, right wing on the pass, and striding back is Jensen on the near boards, trying to pick it up, and the Soviets pin it along the board. Halizov there, and we'll have a stoppage of play and a face-off coming up. in the Wisconsin zone.
Well, the Soviets have had that recent flurry, and that was their best offensive opportunity of the game, and the Badgers really only had the one good chance early in the period when Tuttle got the puck in tight to Ranheim. Otherwise, the Soviets have controlled the puck well, but the Badgers have done a pretty good job of staying in their lane and not allowed that 2-on-1 or 3-on-2 numerical advantage.
And the face-off for the draw is loose on the near side. With it is Tuttle. He flipped it back, Halizov, and going back over to set it up is Zhukov. Zhukov sticking into the puck, trying to lead it to Maslov to center ice. Knocked down with it is Ranheim in the neutral zone. Granato with it. Granato rink wide of the pass to Tuttle. Tuttle with it just outside the Soviet line. Dumps it down to the corner, and Zhukov back over to pick it up around to Halizov. Halizov tried to headman the puck, broken up by Jensen at center ice for Wisconsin. And he dumps it down in on the left side as Cherkus cutting it off behind the net. Tuttle over to pick it up for Wisconsin. Centered it, nobody in the slot. Jensen with it, works the wing on the far side. Reback with his drive. And Cherkus with a save, played it to the ice. Action continued. We have 9:55 remaining as Ivanov played it behind the net, trying to go to Halizov. And Halizov with the puck now for Soviet Select. They try to work it loose as Wisconsin tries to hold it in with Reback, but it's moved by Halizov to center ice. He comes in over the Wisconsin line. Drop pass and a shot taken by A.Andreев. Back to the point on the right side over to Zhukov. And it's played on the far side. Wisconsin will set it up as they move it up to center ice to Rollick. In over the line, whistle, and play will be stopped. 9:24 remaining second period. No score on this, your University of Wisconsin Hockey Network.
Kalishkov's number 5 for the Soviets, I think, probably is their best offensive defenseman, Paul. He rushes the puck exceptionally well. And the Soviet team defeated Wisconsin back in 1984 on New Year's Eve, 7-3. And we used to have a tradition of playing on New Year's Eve.
That's right. And it's set up now with 9:23 remaining in the first period of play. No score here from the Coliseum in Madison. As Zhukov with it on the far side tried to flip it out. And it comes up ice to the neutral zone. Stanton broke it up, and he drove it back down to the right wing corner of the Soviet zone. We have 9:08 remaining in a scoreless first period from the Coliseum in Madison. Along with Bill Howard, this is Paul Brown. And going back over to set it up now, Gайлик. Here's Gайлик, stick-handed with the puck on the lead pass, coming over to help out as it's moved up ice by Lapshin. Whistle and play is going to be stopped at the blue line of Soviet Select.
That was a delayed offside, and the Badgers finally touched the puck, and the Soviet Select team again swinging and regrouping. It's interesting to note how they use their defensemen as a great offensive outlet, and the wings, when they get it along the boards, Paul, if they're standing still, give it right back to the defenseman again, because they don't want to come up ice unless they have some movement or motion.
8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the first period of play. Hines chasing it down to the corner of the near side. Backhanding it out is Lapshin. And Lapshin on the near board, stick-handing with the puck for the Soviets to center ice. Played it to the Wisconsin line to Kravets. Lost control of the puck. Lavrov drops it back. And again, the Soviets regroup back in their own zone. Zhukov with it. Zhukov stick-handed with the puck. Played it to the Wisconsin line. Carried it in on the right wing. Centered it. Nobody in the slot, and it came loose on the near board. Coming over to try and pick it up, knocking it down now. And the puck loose down to the corner of the near side. Wisconsin working hard in their own zone as the Soviets try to set it up at the left point. Trying to bring it out just outside the Wisconsin line. Ford got a hold of it, and he flipped it back, and Gайлик back to set it up for the Soviets. He works behind his own net. Gайлик forechecking there with Snedden. They go on the right wing to Kravets. Here's Kravets with the puck to center ice. To the blue line of Wisconsin coming in over the line. Kravets with it down to the corner of the right side. Went in behind the Wisconsin net. Hit the skate of Samandel. Kravets flipped it around to up on the pass over to Lapshin. And it's set up on the far boards now. Back to the point on the left side to Mikhailov. And his drive is kicked out of the air by Dean Anderson. Alexander Mikhailov from the point, and he made the save.
And Mikhailov was getting a little heat from his offside wing, who had come out of the corner and was wide open on the backside. And traditionally, you will not see the Soviets just take the shot from the point to try to score from that distance. They'll try to shoot wide for the backside, and the winger came right to the defenseman to tell him that, Paul, that he was open coming out of the backside.
And the puck is loose on the near boards, and Wisconsin's Paz clears it out of the zone. We have 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first period of play. No score here from the Coliseum. As the Soviets go back, Mikhailov with it. Near side to Kukушkин. Here's Kukушkин with a puck to center ice in the lead to Teplякov. Teplякov coming in over the line. Teplякov trying to go to Власов. There's a drive. it was knocked down. Kukушkин took the shot. Kukушkin behind the net. Around to the far side. Kukушkin played it behind. He went to Teplakov. They've got Teplakov in front of the net. And it's set up now, moving it right out in front. Left side, moving it, trying to go to the net. It was centered by Zybin, but it was played back of the net. Wisconsin back over to regroup on the near boards. Decker with it, turning, trying to headman it to Tansel. Knocked down by Власов. Whistle in, will have a stoppage of play.
Well, there's a good illustration how the Soviets won't take the poor angle shot. As Zybin walked in from the left side, Paul, could have taken the shot, but didn't have a great angle and elected to pass on the backside. They won't just shoot the puck. They'll look for the good play rather than just take the bad shot.
6 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in a scoreless first period here from the Dane County Memorial Coliseum in Madison. Exhibition hockey between Soviet Select and the Wisconsin Badgers. And it's set up now behind Черкас, the goaltender for Soviet Select, and Zybin. Vladimir Zybin playing it behind the net. Around to the far boards is Wisconsin trying to hold the attacking zone. Plays it in down to the corner on the near side. Tuttle chasing the puck. Tuttle, Granado, and Ranheim out as a forward line for the Badgers. And it's played ahead now. Out is Gerasimov, Vasilev, and Zybin for the Russian. And it's set up now. And there's a shot by Tuttle, knocked down by Черкас. And the rebound is loose down to the corner on the near side. Tuttle trying to work it loose. Tuttle in the corner with Zybin. Tuttle centered it right out in front. Trying to get a shot off was Andringa, hit his skates. Back the other way. Gerasimov. Then on the left they got Zybin. Gerasimov to Zybin, and he can't handle the pass. And Wisconsin will bring it back out of their own zone to center ice. And it's played to Tuttle, and Tuttle flips it down to the right wing corner of the Russian zone. And the Soviet Select go back, and the Badger fans appreciating the efforts here of the Wisconsin Badgers as Jensen goes back for the Cardinal in white. They set it up now, back of the net. It goes around over to Samandel. Samandel works the far wing, trying to bring it out of the zone. The Soviets try to hold it in, chasing it down. Zybin on the far boards to the point. And it's flipped down and in behind the Wisconsin cage. Anderson in the net. Zybin with a puck trying to work it loose. Badgers go back with it to shoot. Chuck, and he bangs it around the boards. Knocked down by Zhukov. Zhukov back at his own zone is Kaliskov, and Zhukov are the defensemen, and they have manned the puck out of their own zone to center ice. They play it to the blue line of Wisconsin. Maslov chasing it down with Ivanoff in behind the Wisconsin cage, and will have a stoppage of play.
Badgers with a great offensive opportunity as Andringa came in and held the zone and then got the good pass inside to Tuttle. Tuttle with a good hard wrist shot, and Черкас with a great low glove save, Paul. And then, of course, with Andringa caught in, the Soviets very quickly counterattacked, had the 2-on-1, and the pass on the backside was just wide. But a great chance by Tuttle in close to put the Badgers up, but a good save.
So we'll have the face-off coming up, and off the draw. Shot by Ford, and Черкас makes the save. And the Soviets set it up now in the far wing. Weiss holding the zone. Weiss went in the slot. The Badgers trying to get off a shot, deflected down to the corner of the near side. They're behind the net now. They try to go on the pass to Pat Ford. Ford is tied up, and it comes loose. Back of the net, going over Андреев. Around to the far side, and it was held in by Sykes, working the wing. Knocked down by Zhukov on the pass around to Kalysov. And Kalysov back, rink wide of the pass as the Soviets regroup. Ivanov at the blue line of Wisconsin, waiting for the pass, but the drop comes all the way back to center ice. Kalysov with it, headman to get to center ice. They go on the wing to Maslov. In over the line to Ivanov. Ivanov back to Maslov, and the puck is loose. Back to the point. Kalysov with a drive, and that is knocked down. Wisconsin will try and clear. They do to center ice. In the neutral zone, Badgers come in over the line. A potential 3-on-1 broken up there, Bill.
And it was close. The Badgers had 3 people inside, only 1 Soviet back.
And Foss with it, flips it up over the boards and out of play. We've got a break in the action. 3:57 remaining in the first period of play. No score on this, your University of Wisconsin Hockey Network. This broadcast is produced by WHA-TV under the rights granted by the University of Wisconsin Athletic Department, and a rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the written consent of WHA-TV is prohibited. Badgers go back in their own zone. They work it to Joe Becker on the near side towards center ice, knocked down to the neutral zone, and Lapshine in over the line, chasing it is Kravets, and whistle and play will be stopped.
Penalty
At the blue line of Wisconsin.
And I believe Wisconsin's going to take the penalty for roughing or boarding. And that comes with just 3 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. And so we'll get to see the Soviet power play. This could be very interesting. Don't watch the puck, because if you just watch the puck, you're going to be in trouble. Andringa goes in for the hard check along the boards.
That is the second minor called against the Wisconsin Badgers, one on the Soviet select team.
First power play of the game. And the Badgers, I think, will start out in a traditional stationary box. And Andringa just got his glove up a little high and gets called for roughing. And I don't think you want to get into a pressure box situation. The Badgers will stay back and just sort of, I think, read what the Soviets are going to try to do.
Zubkov with the puck now. Zubkov sliding it ahead. They regroup in their own zone. The Soviets move it up to center ice, and with it is Kravets hit over the line to Lavrov. Lavrov back to the point on the near side to Zubkov. Zubkov faking the drive. They go to Lavrov from the drive, and it was deflected wide of the net. And it's played to Kravets behind the net. They go back out on top to Zubkov. They work it to Lavrov, and moving it in, trying to go to the net. Shot went wide off the stick of Lavrov. Back to the point, and they set it up working near wing to Lavrov. Lavrov with the puck down to the corner of the near side. Lavrov with it on the near wing, tried to set it right out in front, and it's knocked down, and the puck comes loose, and the Badgers look to break it out of their own zone. It's played up ice as Sagasor trying to chase it down. Gайлик with it. Gайлик going cross ice in the pass. 1:09 remaining in a penalty time. The Soviets regroup. Lapshin with it, coming in over the Wisconsin line. Bumped by Mendel. Lapshin down to the corner. They go on the pass to Kravets. Kravets back up to Lapshin behind the net. And Lapshin with the puck. They try to send it, and the pass comes out of the zone. Tuttle and Zubkov chase it down at the Soviet line. The pass to Gайлик. Off over to Lavrov. Badgers have worked the penalty time down to 43 seconds remaining in a man advantage before Andringa comes out of the penalty box. It's played ahead by Zubkov. In over the line, and it's set up by Lavrov. Trying to work it to the net. Cleared down to the corner. Kravets with it. Kravets with a puck down to the corner of the right side. Back to the point on the pass. Soviets on a man advantage situation here. Just inside the line, Mikhailov, and it came off his stick. Back out over to center ice. Badgers have 18 seconds remaining as Mikhailov with the puck now as the Soviets regroup. And moving it up ice, it's Власов. Hit over the line. Власов to Цветков. Цветков with the puck working the wing to Власов. Власov back to the point on the near side. Kukушkin with a shot. Played back to the near side. And the Badgers are back at full strength as the Soviets do not convert on their power play opportunity.
And the Soviets like to move the puck inside, and the Badgers playing back tight in the box. We're going to give the perimeter shot and not allow them to get the puck inside, and you could see the effect of that at the end. They tried to take the long shot, and it was deflected, and they really like to, if anything, you'd say about the Soviets, Paul, that they have a tendency sometimes to overpass, to try to go for the perfect play and pass up a good opportunity many times because of that.
1 minute 40 seconds remaining here in the first period. No score in the game. Bill, they got to be thinking, hey, this young Wisconsin.
Yeah, where'd they come from? They're tired, you know.
And a fourth game in 5 days for the Badgers, and it's loose down to the corner of the near side of the Wisconsin zone. Kukушkин with it back on the far side, taken away by Snedden. Now we've got a little pushing and shoving going on. It was Teplяков for the Soviets, Snedden for the Wisconsin Badgers. Snedden tried to pick up the lead pass, chasing it down is Kukушkин, knocked down by Черкас, and he fired it off from the far wing over to Mikhailov, and they sent it right out in front. Kukушkин cleared it from his own, in front of his own net, and moved to back up ice, coming in over the line, grabbing it. Pardon me, it was Cvetkov. And the puck loose. We have 1 minute remaining here in the first period of play. Back in behind the Wisconsin net around on the far side of it is Mandel. Trying to headman the puck out towards center ice. Knocked down to the neutral zone. Cvetkov with it. Back in over the Wisconsin line. Cvetkov. Власов out on the ice with Teplяков. And the puck loose, and it's picked up by Gайлик down to the corner. He's bumped by Snedden. Gайлик will go in behind the Wisconsin net. Cvetkov with it down to the corner of the near side. Bumped by Weiss. Cvetkov tried to center it to Teplякov. Teplякov behind the net, and he did play it out in front, and the Badgers clear. Here's a potential 2-on-1, but Snedden's going to work it up ice. Weiss coming in. He's got forward on his right. He goes to Snedden. Back to Weiss, and he couldn't get off the tip shot. And it's loose down to the corner on the far side. We have 10 seconds remaining in the first period, and moving it up ice here, Gerasimov coming in over the line. Gerasimov with a shot, and Vasilev with it, and it was cleared away from Zybin in front of the net. And we've come to the end of the first period of play. And after 20 minutes of action, there's no score between the Wisconsin Badgers and Soviet Select.
Saves in the first period for Sergei Cherkis. of the Soviet select team H for Dean
and the Wisconsin Badgers. And a good first period of play by the Badgers, and Bill Howard coming back and joining us now in the broadcast booth. Bill, your thoughts on the first 20 minutes?
And some good opportunities on both ends of the ice, and the biggest opportunity for the Soviet selects was a wild scramble in front of Dean Anderson, where 2 or 3 good offensive opportunities by the Soviets, and a tremendous pad save by Anderson on Kubkov in front, and just an excellent save to keep him off the board. But it's interesting because they really like to spread it out, and you might see the Badgers try a little different forechecking system this period to take away that wide defense to defense breakout. You might see a wing pinch immediately on both defensemen.
Dean Anderson, we'll watch for that, Bill. Dean Anderson making 11 saves. The Badgers attempted 11 shots in that first period, and Черкас with 8 saves, and the Soviets attempting 22 shots. So we're ready to go with the second period of play-by-play. Both teams at full strength, no score in the game. Coming in over the line, Granado had it poke check clear, and it's turned away by Lavrov. Back in over the line, it's played down to the right wing corner of the Badgers zone. Back in behind the net goes Andringa. Andringa over to stick handle with the puck, back of the cage. 19 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the second period of play. Headman out towards Ranheim. Ranheim to Tuttle. Tuttle coming in over the line. Back over to Ranheim, moving in. Backhander, and he couldn't get off the shot. And he goes to Tuttle, working down to the corner of the near side. Tuttle working right out in front to Ranheim, poking at it. And Черкас is tipped in. And the Badgers are going to get the goal. And it'll go to Ranheim as Wisconsin takes a 1-0 lead over Soviet Select.
Well, Ranheim on a 3-on-2 got a great feed and got in the back door. The goaltender Черкас picked the puck off of his stick. Tuttle got it back, threw it out front. Ranheim got out front, took a whack at it. It went straight up in the air. Nobody saw it, and it dropped in behind the goaltender. A funny goal after Ranheim missed on the solo.
But it was a great effort. Tuttle there, particular, Bill, in front of the net.
Muscled it out from the side of the net and kept the puck alive, and then it hit sticks and went up in the air and dropped over the goaltender's shoulder, and I don't believe Черкас ever saw the puck go in the net.
Well, let's see what a momentum lift this gives the Badgers right now. Leading Soviet Select 1-0. Tuttle gets the assist on the goal. Back in over the line, Teplakov with it, and a drive is wide of the net, loose down to the corner of the near side. And it's set up by Rivak. Rivak working the wing on the near side. Wisconsin trying to get it out of their own zone. And it's played ahead, Samandel to Shutchuk. Back in over the line, taken away, and back comes Власов. Here's Власов coming in over the line of Wisconsin. Stick hand over the puck, back to the point, trying to go to Teplakov. Teplakov with the puck behind the Wisconsin net. He's tied up there, coming over to try and help out. And it's loose to Цветков. Цветкov tried to center it toward the net. Cleared by Wisconsin. That man to center ice. In over the line. Broke it up there by Kukушkин. Kukушkин backhanding it down to the corner on the far side to Mikhailov. Mikhailov stick handle with the puck now, and he'll work it out of his own zone. Circling with the puck to center ice. Mikhailov to the Badger line, and he dumps it down to the right wing corner. Rolls in behind the net. Weiss over to pick it up. Comes around over to Mendel, working the near wing. 1-0 Wisconsin at 18-10 here in the second period of play. Time remaining as the Badgers getting a goal from Ranheim 39 seconds into this particular period. And the Soviets will regroup now back in their own zone. They play it to center ice to the blue line of Wisconsin, and then back it out again to reset it up. Vasilov dropping it all the way back in their own zone, and let's check that forechecking there, Bill. Are they doing what you guys talked about?
When they get a chance to, I think you'll see the wing go on 1D and the other wing on the other defense for the Soviets.
Zybin in over the line. Zybin tried to go to the net, trying to work it to Gerasimov. Then it was cleared away by Wisconsin. Now back comes the Badgers to center ice. Coming in over the line, flipped down to the corner of the right side. Trying to chase it was Paz. Gerasimov with the puck, trying to work it loose. Zybin with it on the far side. Zybin stick handling with the puck. Zybin is out, and he comes rink on the pass. Near boards played to the Badger line. Knocked down with it is Sykes. Sykes stick handling with the puck in the neutral zone. Rink out of the pass to Paz. Paz with it at center ice, and it's played back down to the corner of the right side. As Wisconsin trying to hold the attacking zone here. Played behind the net. Over to try and pick it up now. The Soviets regroup. Zubkov with it. Here's Zubkov moving it up ice to neutral zone. Zubkov in over the line, left wing. They go back to Zubkov. Tipped in on Anderson, and the rebound is made. The save is made around to the far side. It goes to Ivanov, and it's cleared away from his stick And going all the way back is Shendelef to set it up. Whistle and an icing will be called.
Zubkov split the defenseman and got the pass, a nice pass in front, and rather than shoot off the pass, tried to redirect the puck, and Dean Anderson read Zubkov very well and moved right to the tip and took it away as Dean went down and played it, cut off the area between the legs and made a big save to keep it at 1-0. But Zubkov really blew through the middle, didn't he? And then made the nice tip, but Dean Anderson read the tip and went down in the V to cut the area between the legs off where he was trying to be beat.
And he continues to play very well for the Badgers, doesn't he? He moved it up ice, down controlling it, coming in over the line. Ranheim with it, down the corner side. Ranheim is tied up as the Badgers try to hold the zone, but it's cleared to center ice, and with it, Andreev. Andreev to the Wisconsin line. Andreev in over the line to Ivanoff with a drive, and that is off the plexiglass, loose down to the corner of the other side in the Wisconsin zone. Played behind the net. Stamped there to give it to Andringa. Andringa's bumped back of the cage. Ivanoff and a centering pass. Shot was taken by Maslov. And it's played in on Anderson to the right side of the net. And Andringa back over to set it up for the Wisconsin Badgers. Around to the far side, played back of the net now. Goes Ivanoff. Ivanoff with the puck, and Ivanoff, and a drive is taken there. Zubkov took the shot and was blocked. Badgers play at the center ice, broken up in the neutral zone, and striding back over Halizov. Halizov with the puck now will work it out of his own zone. The lead pass comes right wing to center ice to Zubkov, and he played it down to the right wing corner of the Wisconsin zone. Back over to set it up, working behind the net. It's canceled. Canceled around to the far side as the Badgers try to work it out of their own zone. It was held in by Gайлик. Wisconsin re-intercepts, and they move it up ice in the lead to Rollick. Rollick cutting it over the line. Rollick with a drive, but it's knocked down. And Черкас made the save, and it comes back out to center ice. And moving it up ice, coming in over the line is Lawrov. Here's Lawrov just inside the line, and they back it out in the neutral zone to set it up again. We have a 1-0 game. The Badgers are out in front. It's played to the blue line of the Soviet select, and knocking it down is Zubkov. Chasing him is Mendel. Mendel and Zubkov go behind the net. Badgers try to work it loose on the near boards as Wisconsin behind. Shutchuk around over to Mendel, trying to go to Decker in the slot. And it's picked up on the far side by Lapshin. Hit over the line. Look out, Lovren moving to the net. And they couldn't get him to pass. And they try to set him, but a shot is wide off the stick of Lapshin. And it's played in on Anderson, and he covered up and he made the save. There's a break in the action. And there's no score until the 39-second mark of this period when Wisconsin made it 1-0 on Ranheim's goal. This is your University of Wisconsin Hockey Network.
Game starting to become a little bit more wide open, more offensive hockey here in the second period as each team going up and down the ice have had a couple 2-on-1s and 3-on-2 situations. And the only goal, however, is Ranheim with assist to Tuttle. It's a 5-on-5 goal, just 39 seconds in the period, but it's become a much more wide open period.
You're getting a little excited, aren't you, Bill?
This is fun hockey to watch.
And it's set up now, back out at center ice. Mikhailov with it. Mikhailov just outside the blue line, went off the skate of Reback. Coming in over the line, trying to move it in. A shot by Sagasor, sticked away by Черкас. And it's set up on the near side by Kravец. Kravец with it, or pardon me, it's Zitkov. And he plays it to center ice. And it comes in over the line, controlling the puck, Mikhailov. And he plays it to Anderson, and he made the save.
Dean was anticipating that was going to be a pass to the back door, and what happened was they elected not to pass it and brought it back on a shot and almost caught Dean Anderson going the wrong way as he was anticipating. Also got deflected, which made a little bit of difference. But this is great hockey to watch, Paul, and I've been watching some Pee Wee hockey and high school hockey and some of the league games in our league, and not as physical. A lot more skill and skating involved. This is the way hockey should be played.
And the face-off of the draw, the puck is loose now, taking a shot. It was taken by Власов. It went in on Anderson, and he made the save. Igor Власов, he's 26 years old. He's the top returning goal scorer from last year's team with a total of 18. He played on the National B team, which won the Pravda Cup, and he is described as their sniper, the guy that can really put the puck in the net.
Talking to Coach Peterson, and there's a great deal of concern in the amateur hockey ranks with the physical part of the game and the sticks being up all the time. And the college hockey game has it, the high school does, the midget, the Bannon's youth hockey, and something somewhere along the line has to be done to get it back to this type of a skilled game.
And so far, we've had 3 penalties called in the game, 2 on the Badgers, 1 on Soviet Select. We had matching minors. Soviet Select had the power play. and they did not convert on that power play opportunity.
But they got a great power play, and I diagrammed it for future reference. Matter of fact, there may be a time when you see Wisconsin use it, because it really is an excellent power play, depending on the type of man-down situation that you're playing against. It's interesting, and that's how you learn about the game, Paul. Like Dave Peterson said, I'm a thief. I pick up whatever I can from whoever, and that's what I got right here, the new power play.
And off the face-off, a shot is taken wide of Anderson, and the puck comes loose to Parker. Parker on the near wing. Badgers regroup as they try to set it up and bring it out of their own zone. The Soviets holding it in. It was centered by Cvetkov. Cross ice to the point on the far side. Kukушkин with it. Played it behind the net to Cvetkov. Cvetkov down to the corner. Trying to go back to Kukушkin. And it's held in by Kukушkin, and they try to go toward the net. And Dringo with it, and it's held in on the far side by Teplakov. And now the Soviets set it up. They got Власов moving to the net, and Kukушkin, they couldn't get him the puck. Played down to the corner of the near side. They try to move it right out in front to Власов, but that pass doesn't work, and it goes all the way back in the Soviet zone. Черкас playing it off there. Regrouping is Kukушkin, and he plays it to the blue line of Wisconsin near boards, and with it Andringa. Andringa stick-handed with a puck now will work it out of the Wisconsin zone to center ice. And he dumps it in on the left side, and it's loose down to the corner of the right side. Decker trying to hold it in there. And on the far board, Zybin with it, trying to get help from Gerasimov to bring it out of the zone. But it's set up. Gerasimov with it down in the corner. Zybin there to try and help out. And the puck is loose. A backhander taken. Rollick was in the slot as Tansel took the backhander. It's shot wide of Черкас, and it comes loose to the point on the near side. At the point, it's held in, knocked down, as Wisconsin regrouping, trying to pick it up. Vasilev going rink wide on the pass to Kukушkin, and that's taken away, coming back in over the line. The Badgers, but an offside had been called at the blue line of Soviet Select.
Not a penalty called in this period, Paul. And again, the pace of the game is good. And you'll see Wisconsin dump the puck a lot. You'll see the Soviets very seldom dump the puck. You see Wisconsin use their points a lot to shoot. You see the Soviets very seldom shoot from the point to score. Always to a tip man, always to someone in the backside.
Valery Shilov is the coach of Soviet Select. And we'll have the face-off coming up just outside the blue line of Soviet Select. 12 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the second period. With it is Pass, angled it off the sideboards. That's broken up by Zubkov, and his pass comes ahead to Vasilov. And regrouping now, the Soviets in the neutral zone. With it is Zybin. And they again weave back in the zone.
He won't dump the puck in, see?
Vasilov with it. And Vasilov with it to the blue line of Wisconsin. Goes off to the right side, and Gerasimov trying to move it to the high slot. And the puck comes loose down to the corner of the near side. With it is Zybin. Zybin trying to go toward the high slot, and shot taken by Zubkov. Knocked down out in front, picked up by Tuttle. Tuttle working the right wing, flips it in over the line, and Zubkov knocks it down. Zubkov circling back in the zone of Soviet Select to the left side of Черкас. Zubkov with it now will work it out to his own blue line. Forechecking is Ranheim for the Badgers. They play it past him. Moving it up ice, coming in over the line. It's Vasilov. Vasilov to the drive. Knocked down by Anderson, and he covered up and he made the save.
And they got the sticks up a little bit after the whistle. And Vasilov really blew down the left side. He had just a little bit too much of a head of steam up, didn't he? And no one could stop him, but they forced him out to the bad angle. And Dean stayed up very well to make the save. And that was a big play by Dean Anderson, and then needed the line change and quickly covered up. And they rely upon the other two guys in neutral ice to get the turnover and counterattack very quickly, and the Badgers have not allowed that to happen very much thus far in the hockey game.
And the face-off, and the puck loose to the point, and the shot is banned. Moving it up ice, coming in over the line. It's Shuchuk to the net with a shot, and the knockdown save by Черкас, and the rebound pops all the way out to center ice. And the Soviets now move it in over the line of Wisconsin. On the right wing, trying to go to the net to set it up is Maslov. Maslov down to the corner. Going to try and pick it up. And we'll have a stoppage of play back in the Wisconsin zone. We've got a break in the action, and it's 1-0 Wisconsin on this. Your University of Wisconsin. And WHA would like to wish one of their greatest hockey camera operators, John Steele, a warm good luck and farewell with this tribute. John, you're going to be missed, and thank you very much for your help at WHA.
game becoming a little more physical the last couple shifts. Both teams bumping a little more. I think the Soviets are a little frustrated right at this point in the hockey game.
And it's set up on the far side now. Stick handle with the puck, and the Badgers trying to hit the lead man of the pass, chasing it down to the corner on the left. That was Ford to break into the net, and Черкас came out, and he made the save.
Now, in international rules, you can freeze the puck out there. In our league, you can't freeze the puck out there. You could get a delay of game depending on the discretion of the pressure that's on the goaltender. You'd have to play that puck.
Черкас is 30 years old. He was the goalie for the Soviet national B team, which won the championship of the Pravda Cup tournament for national B teams in Leningrad last April. And the face-off, and Ford with a drive, and it went off to plexiglass to Jensen on the far side, knocked down by Snedden. Badgers hold the zone with a Bice down to the corner on the right wing. It's played behind the net, over to pick it up now. Halizov with help trying to work it out of the zone. Snedden holding it in. Around over to Bice. Bice at the left point. Cross ice over to Ford. Ford down to the corner. Went back to the point. That's broken up and controlled by A'Andreев. And they come right wing. The Soviets in over the Wisconsin line. Ivanoff. Whistle and an offside will be called.
It's difficult to get the puck back deep to your point because, again, the Soviets come back one man hard, keep the other two high for that counterattack and that loop and weave up high, and you could see that happen right there. And the Badgers were fortunate that the Soviets are offside on that particular rush.
We have 10 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the first period of play. Ranheim scoring 39 seconds into the period with a nice assist from Tuttle, and that's all of the goal scoring so far in this game. And it's played up ice coming in over the line. Gerasimov in a shot and a goal. And the goal to Kravets, pardon me, not 22 but 12. Kravets gets the goal, and the Soviet select has tied the game at 1-1.
Kravets just let loose a blistering wrist shot in full stride, using the defenseman as a screen, and beat Dean Anderson in the lower right-hand corner. And if you ever had a lesson in how to shoot the puck, there's a pretty good example. Didn't wind up and crank it. Quick, hard wrist shot is all it was in full stride.
So we've got a 1-1 game with 9:53 remaining here. Kravets with a puck turning, going rink wide on the pass to Lavrov. Lavrov back at his own zone. Comes on the pass. Over to set it up is Gайлик. Gайлик working behind the net now. Stick handed with the puck. We have 9:39 remaining here. Gайлик on the lead, moving it up ice to Lavrov. Hook checked away from his stick. Kravets with it, moved it right out in front. Kick save by Anderson. Off Lapshin's attempted shot right there. And it's held in, and we've got a couple of assists given on that goal, which we'll pick up here in just a moment, as Bill Howard will write them down for us. And it's set up with it a shoot-chock whistle, and we'll have a stoppage of play.
Zybkov and Lapshin. There's my attempt at that. Get the assist on the Soviets' goal. And then they come right back the other way, and a great sliding pad save on Lapshin by Dean Anderson, or very quickly would have been a 2-1 hockey game.
Assisted by number 20, Maslov.
Everybody has a different way to pronounce the name.
10 minutes.
And it's set up now, controlling the puck coming in over the line, and with it is Власов. Власov with the puck at the near wing as the Soviets hold it in. There's a drive. Kukishkin, and it went up over the glass and out of play.
Notice again the shot from the point is not to score, but for a tip man, and that one was tipped high over Dean Anderson. And they like to play control. Well, have possession of the puck, and don't just throw the puck in, and don't just throw the puck on the net. And they're very, very good at it.
So Lapshin and Lavrov get assists in the last goal by Kravets, and the Russians have tied the Badgers at 1 apiece. And it's knocked down now as the Badgers look to regroup. They bring it to center ice, and it's flipped down to the corner on the left side, and Черкас with it, back of the net. Kukушkин down on the far wing. Kukушkin, Badgers moving right out in front. Черкас with a shot. Nice play by Rollick, and the rebound is picked up on the far side. Teplякov. Here's Teplякov with the puck in over the line. Цветков with a drive, and that went wide of the net. Around to the far side over to Decker, played behind the cage. Trying to set it up now, moving it right out in front, and the shot is wide, comes back to the point on the near side, and it's controlled by Mikhailov. Mikhailov working the wing now. It's picked up by Власов, and trying to go on the pass to Kukушkin, and the Badgers look to bring it out of their own zone to Rollick. To center ice, they play it to the blue line of the Soviets. We have 8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the second period. 1-1 the score here. Loose down to the corner on the left side in the Soviet zone. Soviet select now moving at center ice, and with it is Kravets. Kravets coming in over the line, or pardon me, Gerasimov is checked and taken off his skate. And it's loose now. Held in with it, Vasilov off in a pass taken. Zybin with a shot, and the save is made by Anderson. Gerasimov, Vasilov, and Zybin. That's a pretty good line combination for the Soviet Select, and they worked it very nicely right out in front of Dean Anderson, but Dean playing very, very well again here tonight, and he stops the play by making that save. We have 7 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the second period of play, and a 1-1 hockey game here from the Dane County Memorial Coliseum in Madison. And the draw is set up just inside the line, and Zubkov with it. Zubkov played it down to the corner on the far side, and it's picked up and controlled, moving it up ice, knocked down to the neutral zone. Hit over the line on the left side, working to the net is Granado. Granado tried to go to Ranheim, and that's cleared away. Back the other way, moving it up ice. With it is Zybin. Zybin just outside the line as Zybin working to the net. That lead pass broken up by Granado. Zybin trying to take it away. Wisconsin controls at center ice, and with it is Mendel. Here's Mendel in over the line. Mendel worked it to the net, cleared to the boards on the near side, and it's loose down in the corner. Zubkov with a nice play defensively for Soviet Select. Back of the Wisconsin, back in behind Черкас. Wisconsin trying to set it up. Ranheim is there trying to work it away from Zubkov. Ranheim kicks it loose, centered it right out in front. Granado was tied up and couldn't get off the shot. Granado working the wing with Ranheim. The puck loose on the near boards, and it's turned away. Soviet Select back up ice to the neutral zone. Gerasimov hit over the line. They give it to Zepkin. And back to Zepkin with a shot. Oh, he hit the pipe. Zybin had an open net there, but he hit the pipe, and it comes loose to the point on the near side. 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the second period of play as Zubkov back, and an icing will be called.
Give, go, and give it back, and Zybin had the whole net. Instead of putting it in the net, drilled it off the post, but it was a 2-on-1 down the right side, gave it to the left side, throws Dean Anderson back to the right side, and he stuffed it into the pipe. And the Badgers were pretty fortunate right there. And away from the puck, the Soviets are so good at going to the net, Paul.
Zybin, incidentally, toured the United States in 1983 on that team that they brought to this country. Andringa set it up now back of the Wisconsin cage. Ivanoff doing a little forechecking there. Badgers move it up ice now, controlling it in the neutral zone to center ice, coming in over the line on the left side. With it is Parker trying to lead forward. Ford down in the corner of the far boards, taken away by Ivanoff. And the Badgers look to hold the attacking zone, but it's played to center ice, knocked down by Bice. And he flipped it back in over the Soviet blue line as Zhukov back over to set it up. Zhukov working behind the net on the far boards as the Soviets work it out of their own zone to center ice, skating up the right side, coming in over the line, trying to work to the net. Maslov and Ivanov down to the corner. A'Ndreev coming over to the mouth behind the net. Ivanov, he tried to set it, but Anderson swept it away in front of the net. We have 5 minutes and 36 seconds remaining here. A couple of sticks up high, held in. A'Ndreev with a drive, Anderson with a save. Ivanov with the puck, working the wing on the far side. Badgers pat Ford on it, moving it up ice. Zhukov and Ford coming over the line. Ford trying to work it to the net, and it was cleared away from the stick of Stanton. Ivanov pedaling it in behind his own cage. We have 5 minutes, 12 seconds remaining here in the second period of play. And it's played ahead by Halizov. And the Soviets bring it in over the line. Kravец with it, trying to go right side to Lapshin. And it's turned away by Wisconsin. Back up ice. Chasing it down to the corner, trying to now. And a bump by Zhukov in behind the net. Badgers look to hold the attacking zone, picked up by Lapshin. Lapshin off towards center ice. He tried to hit Halizov. Whistle, and we've got a stoppage of play with 4:48 remaining. Second period, 1-1 on this, your University of Wisconsin Hockey Network.
And the Soviet official, I think, doing a pretty good job, Paul, of letting them play, not calling the little things that where they fall down or the hard hits if it's a good, clean, hard hit. And he's got a pretty good feel for the game, and it's been a very clean hockey game, but there have been a couple of trips that are questionable that he's letting them play because they have no effect on the game. Doing an excellent job.
And we have only 3 penalties called in this game, Bill, and as you mentioned earlier, this is what you really like to see. Great hockey. Indeed, it has been that. 4 minutes and 39 seconds remaining here in the second period. 1-1 the score. I'm sure a lot of people surprised by that. A lot of people, I think, myself included, thought it could be a 5, 6, 7 goal differential here. And Zubkov back up around the far side over to Lapshin. Lapshine trying to get help to work it out of the zone, comes right side, and Lawrov plays it down in the corner, chasing his Kravitz. He's got the goal, and it's loose now to Lapshine. Lapshine working behind the net, and there's a drive by Lavrov, and it's off the boards to Zubkov. Zubkov around to Gайлик. Gайлик with a drive, heavy traffic in front of the Badger net, and it's worked to the wing on the near side. Taking aim is Lapshine, and he drove it up over the glass and out of play.
Badgers diving, falling, you name it, doing everything that they can to prevent the Soviets from getting the puck inside for the goal, and some good pressure there, but the Badgers diving in front of shots and deflecting them, and they're just playing with a lot of emotion right now, and I think the Badgers are starting to get a little tired, and the Soviets now starting to get their legs a little more, Paul, and it's going to be a real test, I think, the rest of the hockey game for the Badger hockey players because of their 4th game in 5 nights, and I think the more the Soviet skates, the more they get into the game. Yeah.
Well, hopefully it won't get totally all put together until after
this game. That's right. We'll give them to Dave Peterson and the Olympic team on Thursday night.
And they will play in Cleveland. And it's set up on the near side over to Rollick. Rollick sticking over the puck down to the corner of the right side of the Wisconsin zone. Played back of the net now. We have 3:44 remaining here. Second period of play. As it's played up ice to the blue line of the Soviets. Knocked down to the neutral zone. And trying to pick it up is Tansel, trying to work it loose. He is tied up there. Mikhailov tied him up, coming in over the Wisconsin line. Cvetkov passing it right side, and a shot by Kukушkин, and it's loose down in the corner on the far boards in the Wisconsin zone. Both teams at full strength, and it's set up by the Soviets to the point on the left side, and they work it. Kukушkин played it behind the Wisconsin net on the far boards, working it loose. Власов down to the corner. Власов behind the net. They go to Cvetkov. They try to move it in the high slot, and the pass comes out of the zone. Is Mikhailov back over to set it up. Alexander Mikhailov, 120 points in his career, but to hold it in, and it's loose in the near wing with 2 minutes 52 seconds remaining in the second period. Around to Mikhailov, whipped it around to the far boards towards center ice, knocked down in the neutral zone with it is Stanton for Wisconsin, and then the puck in the neutral zone, broken up by Mikhailov. Here's Mikhailov circling now back to the blue line of the Soviets on the lead. Zybin coming in over the line. Alexander Zybin trying to go off in the pass to Vasilev, and a backhander is taken, knocked down by Anderson. Rebound popped loose. And it's set up now, controlling it. Badgers move it out of their own zone. They move it up ice, Ranheim, and over the line, tunnel to Granado, and he fanned on the drive. And he collided with Черкас, and play is going to be stopped in front of the Soviet net.
Great cross-ice feed to Granado, but the puck was bouncing. He fanned. The goaltender missed it. The puck got in behind the goalie, and the Granado ended up on the puck. As Ranheim down the left side, gave it in the middle to Tuttle, who gave it on the backside to Granado, who was home free, but the puck was bouncing, and Черкас comes out and runs into Granado, and the puck ends up underneath Granado, past the goaltender.
Face-off coming up to the left side of Черкас. And off the draw, both teams at full strength. No penalties here in the second period. Moved up ice now, coming in over the line. The drop pass, Zybin with it. Zybin with a tip shot as he got it from Vasilov. Just went wide, it was held in, fired back in on the wing. Zybin with it. Zybin working the wing of Vasilov right out in front of the net. They go off on the left side, a shot. Oh, and it hit the pipe. Knocked down, it's fired again. Anderson trying to get back in the cage. Held in, Zybin with a drive, and it's wide of the mark. Zubkov with it, he tried to center it to the net. And the Badgers clear it out of their own zone. Here's Pat Ford moving it up ice, coming in over the line. Pat Ford has got Snedden with him. Ford centered it right out in front of ice, and he tipped it wide of the mark. And the puck is loose now in a 1-1 game with 1:34 remaining in the second period. Wisconsin and the Soviet select team are tied at 1. And it's loose now. Back over to set it up, going cross ice in the pass. We have 1:23 remaining now, and it's moved up ice, controlling it. And in the neutral zone, Shendelyev in over the line. Shendelyev with the puck. And he goes to Vasilov. Vasilov trying to work it to Shendelyev. And it's loose down to the corner of the near side. It's set up by Gerasimov. Gerasimov and Vasilov down in the corner, coming over to help out now. Vasilov working behind the net. Moved it right out in front. Anderson with a save on Gerasimov. And it's loose now to Vasilov. Down to the corner, went behind the net to Andreev. Andreev with the puck, working the wing on the far side. Centered it, went wide of the mark. It comes loose to Vasilov. Vasilov at the point, trying to go toward this slot. We have 45 seconds remaining here as it's flipped up over the glass on the far side and out of play.
Badgers needed that whistle bad. Dean Anderson's thoroughly exhausted. He's been down, up, but he's faced the puck, and what he has not done He has not given a second shot. The Soviets walking out from the corner, point blank, up and down on his knees, and they're not able to get the good second shot, and the Badgers are staying in it at 1-1.
I tell you what, though, Bill, you got to give him a lot of credit. He has played 4 games in 5 days.
And right now, he's keeping the score at 1-1. I mean, he's saying, can't we tick those 40 seconds off right now, because I need a little refreshment.
It was 0-0 after 1-1 here in the second. And the face-off, and with it is Zhukov. Zhukov sticking over the puck, and he plays it down to the corner of the left side. Maslov with it. Maslov trying to work to the net. Ivanoff in front of the slot. They got A'Ndreev there, and the shot is blocked and knocked down. Good pressure here by the Soviets. Let's hear you here. Only 22 seconds remaining. And it's set up by Ivanoff down to the corner now. As the puck comes loose, working the wing, A'Ndreev. A'Ndreev in on the wing on the right side. And Maslov has a Badger tied up. Maybe their skates are tied up. Ivanoff trying to go right side to Zhukov. Zhukov with the puck down to the corner. They go to Ivanoff with a backhander. And a shot. No! And a save by Anderson. A'Ndreev with a backhander at the buzzer. And Anderson with a fabulous save. And at the end of 2 periods, it is 1-1 between Wisconsin and Soviet Select. At the 10-minute mark, though, Kravets came back, and he really rifled a shot on net. A couple of assists were given on the goal. Lavrov picking up one and Lapshин the other. But the goal again by Kravets, Mikhail Kravets, and boy, you talk about a nice wrist shot, Bill Howard. There it was right there.
It's called how you're supposed to shoot the puck in full stride. The shots attempted are amazing. 32-12 in that period. A little dominance by the Soviets.
So we're ready to go here with the third period of play in over the blue line. Lavrov with it on the left side over to Lapshин. Lapshин with the puck went in behind the net, centered it right out in front, and Wisconsin clears it to the near boards. Stick end of the puck now, with it is Granado headmanning the puck over the line to Ranheim. Ranheim working the wing, moving it right out in front, lost control of the puck as he tried to dive to the net. Taken away now by Lavrov. Lavrov up in the pass to Lapshin, and Wisconsin holding it in. Ranheim with the puck in the high slot with a shot far side. Granado trying to hold it in. Gайлик with it. Gайлik with the puck down to the corner in the zone of the Soviets. The Badgers trying to hold it in. Lapshin with it. Lapshin will move it around now, trying to take it away. Is Tuttle working the near wing, and it's still loose on the right wing boards, but it's picked up by Lapshин. Here's Lapshin with it, backhanding it in over the blue line. Lavrov coming in over the line, and he gives it off to Kravets. Kravets with it, back to Lavrov, and they go just inside the line of Wisconsin, played back on the right boards. Kukушкин played it down to the corner of the right side. Wisconsin back of their own net, trying to work it loose, and the puck set up by Lavrov. Lavrov centered it right out in front of the shot, is taken, knocked down, heavy traffic in front of the Badger net. Comes all the way back to the point, and we'll have a penalty called
against the Badgers, I believe, for charging.
And the charge call comes just 18 seconds into the third period.
And it's interesting because the Soviets went right out, a lot of pressure on, and saves in that second period. Dean Anderson with 18, 2-period total of 29. And they attempted 32 shots, and they put 19 on the net, but only one got by. And for the goaltender Черкас, he had again 8, 2-period total of 16. Stanton goes in for charging. Only the 4th penalty in the game. 3 on Wisconsin, 1 on the Soviets. Second power play, and the Soviets did not convert on their first attempt.
The time of the penalty, 1:18. We have 18:42 remaining here in the third period of play as Stanton goes into the penalty box. So now you have that power play situation, Bill.
I got to watch this.
And it's set up now with it on the near boards. Kukушkин waiting at the point on the left side. Kukушkin with the puck off of the wing in the pass to Kravets. Kravets with it now in the circle to the right side of Anderson as he looks out from goal. And it's taken away, played by the Badgers on the near side, trying to bring it out, held in by Власов. Власov with the puck, trying to go to the high slot. And it's taken away by Samandel of Wisconsin, moving it up ice to the neutral zone. Knocked down in the neutral zone, played back in over the line by Teplяков. Teplякov over to Cvetkov. Back over to Teplякov. Back to the point over to Kukушkин. And Kukушkин with a drive. That was wide, and it's played around to the far boards. Rollick over to try and pick it up. Kukушkin, and he knocks it down in front of the Badger bench as the Soviets regroup now. They set it up, and with it is Cvetkov. Cvitkov hit over the line with a drive. Knocked down by Anderson. The rebound. Teplяков. And it's played back to the net. Around to the near boards over to Cvitkov. Cvitkov back to Kukушkин. Kukушkkin going off on the right side and a drive and a goal as it was fired from the right point. It may have been tipped in out front.
It was, Paul, tipped in.
And the Soviets have taken a 2-1 lead on the tip-in goal. And it may have been tipped in by, I believe, Teplякov.
Shot from the right point, and Teplякov in front tips it in the upper corner. And I mean, he put it up on the roof, Paul, and not much Dean Anderson could do. They shoot from the point, they shoot it on the ice, they shoot from the tip man, and the end result was it's tipped in for a goal. At least that's what it appeared like from up here. And the Soviets have the lead for the first time in the hockey game, 2-1.
And it's set up now with 17:36 remaining, and it's flipped by Zukov down to the right wing corner of the Badgers. Going behind the net over to set it up now. And the puck loose down to the corner of the near side. Chasing it down is Vasilov. Vasilov in the corner with Zybin. Zybin trying to work the wing. And it comes in the near side and it's played out of the zone. And going back is Черкас as he'll let it go. Coming over Шенделев. Шенделев will touch the puck and we have a stoppage of play. 17-12 remaining in the third period. 2-1 the Soviets on this, your University of Wisconsin Hockey Network.
Number 8, Sergei Teplякov.
Teplякov does get the goal on the shot from the right point.
Assisted by number 7, Vladimir Zubkov.
Zubkov gets the assist.
Kukушkин.
So Kukушkkin gets one assist and Zubkov gets the other on the goal that was Teplякov. And it's a 2-1 game now. And it's moved up ice, controlling it. Is Weiss coming in over the blue line, working in off the wing, and he was tied up trying to center it. And Zubkov was right there. He's a pretty good defenseman, isn't he, Bill? Number 7.
Very good. Quick.
And it's played around back into behind the net now. Round over to set it up and play it up on the far boards. Vasilov. Vasilov on the pass over to Shindelev. And it comes back to the blue line of Wisconsin in over the line. Moving, trying to go to the net. Trying to get off the shot. Vasilov. And it was steered away. Back of the net and loose to the near wing over to Weiss. Trying to bring it out. Gerasimov trying to hold it in to Vasilov. And it's taken away by Weiss. Here's Weiss moving it up ice for Wisconsin to the blue line, knocking it down. And the Soviets go back to regroup. And Gerasimov on the pass to Zubkov. Zubkov headmanning the puck as the Soviets move it to the neutral zone. With it is Zybin. Zybin in over the line, left side of Vasilov. And whistle and a stoppage of play at the blue line of Wisconsin.
Well, the Badgers have yet to have a power play in the game, and the Soviets' goal at the 2:22 mark of this period was a power play goal. They are 1 of 2. Just 4 penalties whistled in the game, 3 in Wisconsin and 1 on the Soviets. It's 2-1 with 16:10 remaining in a very well-played hockey game.
And the face-off, both teams at full strength. 4 penalties called in the game, 3 on the Badgers, 1 on the Soviets. And it's set up in the neutral zone now. Zybin with it coming cross ice in the pass to Halizov. And it's knocked down in the neutral zone. Badgers trying to pick it up. And with it is Decker and Kazilov in over the line, trying to move to the Badger net. Wisconsin trying to clear it. It comes to the near board, back to the point. There's a drive, and Ivanoff took the shot. And it's Maslov trying to pick it up, and the Badgers regroup. Coming in over the line, it's Tansel working the wing, and Tansel is taken down. And it's set up by Rollick in behind the net. The Badger fans wanting a penalty call, didn't get it there. Back of the cage now, Wisconsin setting it up down to the corner. They try to move it to the slot, and it's cleared by Maslov. Maslov off in the lead and moving it in against Anderson. A backhander kicked away. It's Andreev on the break. Anderson equal to the task. Mendel with it, back to the net now, coming around to the near side. We have 15-12 remaining in the third period. 2-1 the Soviets out in front. So Mandel with the drive, and Черкас left it go, flipped ahead by Lapshin. Knocked down, and Ivanoff picks it up. Ivanoff off over to Maslov, and the Russians regroup now. The Soviets back in their own zone. They set it up 14:54 remaining in the third period. Behind the net goes Zhukov, as the Soviets now weaving their way out to center ice, and Lavrov coming in over the line. Lavrov and the pass, and there's a shot and a goal by Lapshin. Lapshin getting the goal, and the Soviets have taken a 3-1 lead.
And again, Lapshin in full stride just rifled it before Dean Anderson ever had a chance to get on the angle. Streaking down the middle, got the pass in stride and fired it within a step. And that was after the breakaway that was turned away by Dean Anderson. And boy, did he rifle it in the upper corner. Dean Anderson got a piece of it, just didn't extend enough, and Lapshin puts him up 3-1.
Looks like you're taking control now, Bill, a little bit here, huh?
Well, they sort of did at the end of the second period, and Dean Anderson was just keeping the Badgers in it at 1-1.
And you wondered when that may turn around a little bit. And Zybin with it back behind the cage around to Lapshin on the far side. Played ahead now to center ice, coming in over the line, controlling it on the near wing, knocking it down. And Lapshin with it, working the wing, and it's held in by Kravets. Kravets with a puck down to the corner of the right side. Kravets back, and Lawrov with it to the point to Zubkov. Here's Zubkov with a drive, but it's sticked away by Tuttle. And the rebound to Granado. Granado with it, working it out to center ice to Tuttle, knocked down in the neutral zone. And we have 13:57 remaining in a stoppage of play here in the third period.
And it's 3-1 Soviets. It was 1-1, but at the 2:22 mark, the Soviets increased it on a power play goal. And at the 5:19 mark, Lapshin made it a 3-1 game. And that's where it stands right now. So it's interesting, Paul, because the Badgers had some scoring opportunities in the first two periods, but in the first 6 minutes, they've had no scoring opportunities whatsoever here in the third period. It's almost like the Soviets said, okay, let's go out and put it together now. We've played 40 minutes of pretty even hockey. Now let's see if we can't pick up the pace just at that. And I think the Badgers are finally starting to tire.
4 games in 5 days, and it's played down to the corner of the right side, going back into behind the net. Kukушkин around to the far side, gets it to Teplakov, and Mikhail Teplakov, hit over the blue line of Wisconsin, trying to move it into the high, get off the shot. It was cleared by Wisconsin, and set up by Sykes in the far boards. Here's Sykes with it in the neutral zone. Badgers at full strength. Play back down to the corner of the right side, and chasing it is Kukушkin behind the net. Reback up to try and pick it up. Mikhailov tried to tie him up, and the puck loose, whistle, and we have a stoppage of play in the Soviet zone.
Matching penalties going against the Soviets and Gary Suchek for high sticking. They're both going to go. So it'll go to 4-on-4 hockey for the second time in the game.
3:43, the time of the interference. And Kukушkin goes in for Soviet Select. As far as penalties tonight, that is 6 in the game, 2 on Soviet Select, and 4 on the Wisconsin Badgers.
But the Badgers have yet to have a chance to go in the power play against the Soviets. I think it'd only be fair if we could have a chance in the power play to see how the Soviets kill penalties, see if we can't learn something there.
And it's set up now with it is Jensen trying to move it to Ford toward the slot, knocked down in the neutral zone. Played ahead by Vasilov, taken away by Weiss, and poke checked away and over the line, whistle and a stoppage of play.
Good thing it was offside because it was a 2 on nobody again, or sometimes referred to as 2 on the goaltender.
And Zybin almost came up with a big break there. Alexander Zybin, 120 points in his career. Had 10 points for the team last year. And we'll have the face-off coming up just outside the blue line of the Wisconsin Badgers. Bill, regardless of what happens here, this has to have been a great learning experience for Wisconsin.
Played just solid hockey for 2 periods and stayed right with them.
And moving it up ice, controlling it now, in over the line, Samandel off in the wing, Device moving it in, and he was cut off by Черкас as he came out and cut down the angle. Now back the other way, a potential break. In over the line, controlling it, Vasilov, and a shot save by Dean Anderson on the break by Vasilov. And it's set up on the far side now. The Soviets maintain the attacking zone. Vasilov playing it down to the corner of the right side. Vasilov stick handle with the puck. Vasilov right out in front. Anderson covered up, knocked it down, and he made the save.
Anderson's got Vasilov's number, hasn't he? Walked out from the corner, came all the way across in front of the net, and Dean Anderson just stood his ground, did not commit himself till the save was made. End-to-end action. Weiss one end, Vasilov the other.
And he was a member of the Soviet national team at one time and a member of the Red Army team from last year. And you can tell that he's an outstanding player for Soviet Select.
If John Weiss looks up, Черкас is shot out of a gun at Weiss. I mean, he just rolls into him. And if Weiss looks up and goes deep, he can put it in the open net behind him. And Johnny had his head buried, or he'd have been back within 1 goal. And then the other way, great save by Dean Anderson.
And it's 3-1. Back into the line with the puck is Ranheim just inside the blue line. Around over to Wendringa. Moved it into Tuttle with a backhander to goal. As they beat Черкас as Tuttle gets the goal. Set up beautifully from Wendringa. And it's now 3-2. Soviet Select over the Wisconsin Badgers.
Taking a little bit up from the Soviets. Andringa faked the shot, slid it on the backside to Tuttle, who came walking out from the corner, and somehow Tuttle stuffed it by the goaltender. But a heads-up play by Andringa, had the bad angle shot. Rather than take it, pass to the space for Tuttle coming out the backside, and he somehow stuffed it behind the goaltender, and it's a 3-2 hockey game. Not over by any means, Paul.
This is fun, Bill.
Oh, is it ever great hockey?
And it's set up now, controlling it is Stanton for Wisconsin. Stick handling with the puck, and Stanton with it now will get some help. Moving it back in behind. The chant of Civ comes up, and apparently instead of Civ it should be Cito. Cito should be the chant, apparently. Tuttle from Andringa and Ranheim on that last goal. And it's set up now, controlling it, and with it on the near boards. And it's set up on the near side, knocking it down, coming towards center ice. With it is Andringa going cross ice. And it's set up now, controlling it. There's a drive, and Черкас making the save. He's a good goalie, though. I wouldn't exactly call him a save.
He makes the saves look easy at times, but he does tend to overplay and charge out.
Maslov in over the line. Maslov at the left side. The return to Maslov. Shot it wide because Lilov passed him the puck. Backhanded bin behind Jukov. Behind the net now. Maslov. Sykes able to pick it up. And Sykes will work it up ice for Wisconsin. Knocked down in the neutral zone. Played in over the blue line. And Wisconsin trying to set it up. Both teams are at full strength. That last goal was 4-on-4. Kukушkин at center ice, waiting for his line mates to come in over the line. Maslov off on the pass, and they try to center it. Maslov with a backhander, and it's just wide of the mark. And it's loose down the corner to the near point. Badgers look to get it out of the zone. Toss with it, and he's tied up by Gайлик. And Wisconsin clears it in over the line. Shewchuk and whistle, and a stoppage of play on the two-line pass. There's a break in the action. Wisconsin leads it 3-2 on this, your University of Wisconsin Hockey Network. This broadcast is produced by WHA-TV under the rights granted by the University of Wisconsin Athletic Department. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the written consent of WHA-TV is prohibited.
At 7:41.
And we'll set it up now. The Badgers look to clear it out of their own zone. And knocking it down is Zubkov. Zubkov off on the pass to Gайлик. Back to Zubkov. And Lavrov behind the net. Over to Zubkov. Badgers take it away.
Oh,
penalty call there as one of the Badgers hooked in front of the net. Lavrov with the puck. He is bumped down to the corner. And it's moved up the ice to Kravets. In over the line to Lapshin. Here's Lapshin moving to the net. Lost control of the puck. With it is Shewchuk. Stick handling with the puck. Here comes Shewchuk to center ice. Shewchuk coming in over the line on the left wing. Down in the corner of the pass over to Rollick. Rollick stick handling with the puck. Back right out in front. Ran on with it. And it's knocked down by Черкас, and it's cleared by the Soviets. Back in over the Wisconsin line. Dumped down to the corner by Kravets. Knocked down by Anderson. Played around over to Sagazor. And it's moved up ice on the breakout to center ice to Gайлик. Gайлik shuffling it around to Zubkov. Vladimir Zubkov with the puck. It's a 3-2 game now. Puck loose in the neutral zone. Back in over the line. The Badgers control. They trying to get off the shot, and that's blocked. Wisconsin chasing it down to the left wing corner. Trying to go to the slot. The Vice taken away by Lapshin. Here's Lapshin with it now for Soviet Select. Banged it off the near boards. Knocked down to the neutral zone. Samandel back in over the line. Samandel on the pass to Vice.
call that either.
And Snedden tried to center it. And the puck comes loose. We have 9:27 remaining in the third period. Back in over the line, Lavrov with it. Drop pass, and moving it is Lapshin with a backhander and a goal by Lapshin. Lapshin's second of the night, and the Soviet Select takes a 4-2 lead over the Wisconsin Badgers.
Well, a couple of questionable calls where the Badgers were hooked and dropped to the ice, and in all honesty, Paul, they could have been called, and back comes Lapshin the other way, and he got the backhand, and he got Dean Anderson for one of the few times to commit early and slid the puck between his legs. But that's a big goal because the Badgers had some good offensive pressure on the Soviets.
So Lapshin, Sergei Lapshin, who has 180 points in his career, picks up the goal, the 5'8", 176-pounder, and it's now a 4-2 game. And it's set up now back in the Soviet zone, trying to play it ahead, and on the pass coming in over the line, controlling it, Teplakov, and he couldn't get off the shot. Andringa trying to bank it out of the zone, Wisconsin trying to clear it. Had it set up just inside the line, and Kukушkин with it. He played it down in behind, and Teplakov with it around to the far side. It's picked up by Власов.
There's a penalty.
And it's It's going to be called. Badgers moving it up ice, coming it over the line. Wisconsin trying to move it in behind the cage, in control.
Another one.
And Anderson is off and whistle and a stoppage of play. We've got a break in the action. It's 4-2 Soviets on this, your University of Wisconsin Hockey Network.
At the 11:22, the Soviets will get called from the one trip, and then Ford pulled down behind the net. Didn't call that, but the Badgers now are putting some pressure on the Soviets, and the Soviets appear to be a little tired at this point in the hockey game, and they could have easily drawn more than the one penalty here in the last few minutes, Paul, because of the Badgers forechecking.
Igor Vlassov in the penalty box for the Soviets.
Well, we get our power play, finally. The crowd and a few other people were beginning to wonder if he was going to ever put them on the power play. But the Badgers were a little spurt after that goal.
Yeah, they sure did.
And if Lapshine hadn't come down and tucked that backhand in, it could be a very interesting game right here.
Bill, I tell you what, if they play like this the rest of the way in the WCHA, they're going to win a lot of
tenders. That's right.
And it's played down to the corner of the near side. Double with the puck, working the right wing. Man advantage situation for the Badgers. Picked up by Zybin. Zybin going behind the net, trying to backhand it out. Wisconsin holding it in. Around over to Tuttle on the right side. Tuttle on the wing, setting it up to the point. On the pass to Ford, taken away by Vasilov. Vasilov will circle back in his own zone. We have 8 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the third period. 1:32 remaining in a penalty time. Soviets lead it 4-2. Knocked down to the neutral zone. Wisconsin setting it up, coming in over the line, trying to work to the net was Ford. Ford's back centering pass to Tuttle was taken away by Zubkov, and he dumped it the length of the ice. And going back over to set it up is Stanton as he skates away from Vasilov. And Ranheim will work it up ice. Zybin checking him. Ranheim passing it around out to center ice, gets the return. He weaves his way in over the blue line. Ranheim with a puck. On the wing to Granato, trying to... He was forced down. We have 58 seconds remaining in a man advantage. Picked up behind the net by Kalalisov. Off of the lead pass, 2-on-1 potential coming in over the line. Zubkov waiting on the left, back over, and a shot is fired wide by Vasilov. It went up over the glass and out of play.
2-on-1 again. They won't take the shot. They're looking for the back door, and good effort by the Badger defenseman Smandl to come back and break the play up. Left side to the right side and back to the back door side, and Suchek was the guy that came back and broke it up, tipped it just as the player was about to shoot on the backside. But the Badger power play hasn't been real awesome here.
Tom Sagasor, a sophomore out of Hastings, Minnesota.
You think they're going to be some tired Badger hockey players
Maybe
tomorrow?
Injured over there. By the way, what's the latest on Scheid? He had a bumped knee.
Apparently chipped the bone in his kneecap, and he'll be out about 2 weeks.
So we have 7:17 remaining, and let's hope Sagasor is not hurt here. Wisconsin with a man advantage, and Andringa trying to get down to the zone. We have 7:10 remaining. It's 4-6 Soviets out in front of the Badgers. Loose down to the corner of the near side. Granato over to try and pick it up. He's bumped by Zhukov. And trying to work it loose down to the corner. Badgers with a man advantage. Zhukov, Sergei Zhukov trying to tie it up along the board. And it's worked loose. Wisconsin with the man advantage. 12 seconds remaining. And Stetton lost control of the puck on the near wing. And going off goes Maslov with it, and he will stick the handle out towards center ice. Maslov coming up in over the blue line of Wisconsin, and a drive is wide. And A'Ndreev down in the corner with Maslov trying to pick it up. Both teams at full strength. Whistle, and we have a stoppage of play.
6:33 to go. 4-2 Soviets. Badgers led it 1-0. Soviets came back, tied it up 1-1. Soviets with 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the third period, up 3-1. The Badgers got back to 3-2 on a goal by Tuttle. But then Lapshine on a 5-on-5 goal backhander put the Soviets back up by 2 again.
And A'Ndreev talking to a couple of the Badgers there. You know, they can talk to one another all night, but they really don't understand what they're saying.
No, and you might have trouble talking to the official too, right?
Valery Shilov, the coach, and Jeff Sauer looking on, but I don't think we're going to have any penalties called. We have 6 minutes, 33 seconds remaining, third period. Soviets lead at 4-2. It was 0-0 after 1, 1-1 after 2. And the Soviets have scored 3 times. The Badgers once here in the third period.
And the next time that we do a game, it'll be from Detroit, Joe Louis Arena.
And that's kind of nice for the Badgers to get back into that Great Lakes Invitational Tournament.
On December 29th, 5 o'clock on Eastern time for Madison.
I think everybody's anticipating the Badgers somewhere along the line playing Michigan State. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
And in over the line, there's a shot. save is made by Черкас. So Wisconsin does not convert on their power play opportunity, their first of the night.
The Soviets have 2 power play attempts, and they've converted on 1. And that Great Lakes tournament is in the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit. The Badgers play Michigan, and Michigan Tech plays Michigan State. And then the winners play the following night at 8, and the losers at 5.
Face-off coming up to the right side of Черкас, back in the Soviet select zone. Played back of the net now, over to try and pick it up. Lavrov is there, working behind the cage. Soviets break it out of their own zone, working it up the near side. And the puck is loose, coming in over the line of the right boards. Kravets with it around to Lapshin. He's got 2 goals. Lapshin, number 14, checked off his stick. Played past Lavrov, and the Badgers will regroup in their own zone. Badgers need a couple to tie it up here. With it is Jensen. Jensen working the wing. Parker coming over, trying to help out. To the point, Lavrov with it. Lavrov just inside the line. And it's played back down to the corner of the right side. Fired across the net. Loose on the near side of it to Lavrov. Moving it in. Tried to move it right out in front. And the pass is set up now as they try to go to Kravets. Kravets down to Lapshin in the corner. And the back of the net goes Lavrov. Lavrov sticking over the puck, working behind the net. Goes back to the point over to Zybkov. Cross ice in the pass. And it's worked down to the corner on the right side. Gайлик with it. Gайлik at the point on the right side. Gайлik moving it in. Fake the drive. And it went in on Anderson to his left, trying to poke, check and clear. Kravets in the slot. It comes back over to Zybkov. Here's Zybkov with a drop. And his shot is blocked by Weiss. And it's picked up long on the near wing. Chased down to the corner. Lavrov with it, trying to pick it up. Whistle, and we'll have a stoppage of play.
Soviets only had the puck in the zone for about a minute and a half, but this is what the Badgers have done well in the last 4 or 5 games, Paul, is even with pressure. They've stayed good position defensively, especially away from the puck. And it's fun to watch Dean Anderson. A number of times he's got to go back and forth across his goal crease because the Soviets love the backdoor pass. But if the backside D and backside wing stay home and don't start to come toward the puck, then you play good defense. And that's what the Badgers did right there, even though the Soviets had the pressure on for a minute and a half.
And a Soviet player went down. That was Teplakov.
Dumped off the draw, yeah.
Yeah, dumped there a little bit.
Gently, though.
Excuse me, Sergei. And the face-off, and the draw is loose, and with it is Granado working behind the net. Granado with it around to the near side of it of Власов. Tuttle with it off on the far side, trying to pick it up, knocking it down. And the Soviet select picking it up is Kukушкин with it. Kukушкin going cross ice in the pass to Цветков. And the Russians will regroup and set it up, the Soviet select team, as they will go back now. Kukушkin taking a look on the near boards, taken away by Tuttle. Tuttle moving to the back corner, and it went wide and high. Back of the net now, trying to play back down in the corner. Cvetkov with it, and Cvetkov sticking over the puck, trying to bring it back out of his own zone to center ice. 4 minutes, 24 seconds remaining to Teplakov, and it's picked up by Cvetkov and whistle, and we'll have a stoppage of play.
But really a good effort by the Wisconsin Badgers, considering it's their 4th game in 5 nights. Playing on a lot of emotion. They're definitely tired. And a good effort by the Soviets, Paul. After 2 periods, they started to come out and control the game a little bit. And it's really just been fun hockey to watch. And wouldn't it be nice if this was how hockey was played all the time?
Well, we've had 7 minors called in the game. And on the Badgers, we've had a total set up now on Черкас with it. And it's played in on Черкас. He covered up and he made the save. Черкас has played in a total of 196 games in the Elite League, has given up 667 goals for a goals against average of .345. Last season with the Leningrad club, they placed 3rd and won the bronze medal in Soviet hockey. He played in 39 games and had a goals against average of .308.
And pretty consistent.
4 minutes, 12 seconds remaining it off the face-off, and a shot in on Черкас, and he covered up and he made the save.
Good draw and a good shot by Rowlick, I believe, off the draw, and a good save on the low shot to the far left corner as Steve Rowlick got the draw cleanly and rifled it, and a good glove reaction save by Черкас, and that kept the score at 4-2. That was close to going in.
He's 30 years old. We haven't mentioned a lot of the ages here. Lapshin, who's got a couple of goals tonight, is 28 years old. Teplakov is 26 years old. He has had a couple of goals and moving it in front. Shot taken, knocked down. Decker took it, and the save was made. The rebound is loose on the near side. Played to center ice, knocking it down. And in over the line, Zybin with it, and playing it in behind the net. Around to the far side. Badgers look to regroup. 3 minutes, 53 seconds remaining. In over the line, and with it is Decker on the right side. Taken away by Zybkov. and he played it out over to center ice, knocked down to the neutral zone with 3:45 remaining. 4-2, the Soviets leading the Wisconsin Badgers. With it is Decker. Cross ice on the far side and over the line. Zybin taking it away. Zybin with the puck now. He just kind of glides around, doesn't he? Boy, he looks like
he's a big guy, too.
And it's played ahead on the far side. Knocked down to the corner now. Trying to set it up to Decker, and he couldn't pick up the lead pass. And it's loose now, set up, and Zybin with it. Cross ice coming in over the line. Vasilov. And it's set up at the point on the right side. Vasilov moving to the net. And they played in on Anderson, and he covered up, and he made the save. As he got the pass from Zybin.
Two things the Soviets won't do, and they must get fined if they do it. They won't dump the puck in ever. They won't give the puck up, and that must be about a $100 fine. And if they have a bad angle shot, they'll never take it. They always work it inside or backside. That's probably about a $50 fine. I mean, they love to control the puck and have possession of the puck, and they won't give it up if they don't have a play.
Bill, we should mention, too, that a majority of these players probably will not be on the Olympic team because they have two other teams. They have the Central Army team and the Moscow Dynamo teams. And it's played back to the net now, going over to pick it up and setting it on the near wing. Wisconsin looking, trying to bring it out of their own zone. Played back to the net, man, pick it up. Maslov with it on the far boards and checked thrown by A'Andreев. And it's loose. Ivanoff coming in to try and pick it up in the corner. Wisconsin regrouping back to their own net. And we're down to 2:40 remaining in the third period. Moving it up ice. Coming in over the line is Shuchuk. Shuchuk with the puck down to the corner of the near wing. Going in behind the net. Around to the far side. Shuchuk over to pick it up. Badger goals tonight. Ranheim in trouble. But now we've got a little pushing and some action going on in front of the cage. And Черкас knocking it down, and he made the save. And it's picked up and controlled. Out at center ice in the neutral zone, picked up, and Halizov with it in over the line, left side over to Ivanov, played back down to Maslov. Maslov in the corner over to try and pick it up, Ivanov there, and it's set up by the Soviets, working the wing. Maslov with it, taken away by Wisconsin. Out over to center ice, coming in over the line, Shuchuk. Shuchuk with it, whistle, and we'll have a stoppage of play.
Well, the Badgers still coming at the Soviets, Paul, and I'll tell you, they're really playing hard. With a minute 59 to go, the Soviets lead at 4-2 in a very well-played game, and the Soviets will go on to play 8 games against Team USA in a span of, I think, of about 12 days, including Thursday night in Cleveland, Ohio.
So we'll have the face-off coming up now, just outside the blue line of the Soviet select team. 21, 12, and 7 last year.
And the Badgers will break at 12-6 and in second place in the WCHA.
These two games do not count. They played against Soviet Select and against Team USA. With it, net down to the corner, centered toward the net, and the puck comes loose now. We have 1:50 remaining here in the third period of play. Knocking it down, the Badgers go back to regroup. With it is Weiss, sticking over the puck. Weiss with it now, coming in over the line, and it's broken up. And Andring over to try and set it up, and he flips it in over the line. Zybin back in behind the net. Zybin around to the far side to Gайлик. Gайлик back over on the near wing. They go to Lapshine. Lapshine with it, turning, and he headmans it out to center ice, intended for Kravец. And it's broken up, and with it is Andringa, and he drives it back down. And Черкас knocking it down. Zybin over to pick it up on the far boards. Andringa with it, flipped it in behind the net. Zybin over to control. We have 1:15 remaining. Badgers trying to hold the attacking zone. As they set it up, the shot is taken, knocked down in traffic in front of the net, and it's cleared by the Soviets. And it's flipped rink wide by Lapshine to the blue line of Wisconsin, and Dringo broke it up there. He flipped it in over the line, and Gайлик back over to set it up. Huey Gайлик behind the net now, over to set it up from the far wing. We have 55 seconds remaining here in the third period of play. Soviet Select is going to beat the Badgers here, but certainly a good effort on the part of Wisconsin. In over the line, Lapshine with it, and coming back up ice, and Stanton in over the line to Granado, a backhanded pass to Ranheim, and Anderson is off. That is empty, and Lavrov and whistle, and we'll have a stoppage of play with 36 seconds remaining in the third period.
Well, just to show you that it doesn't make any difference where the official's from.
Are you going to tell me the penalties are even?
I sure am, and he did it with 36 seconds left. He's going to whistle the Soviets, and the Badgers will finish the game on a power play with Dean Anderson probably out of the net, and that just
probably happy to be out of the net.
Yeah. Can I sit down and rest? Thank you very much. And 4 penalties aside, and the theory is a worldwide theory.
I tell you what, Dean loves to play goal, but I'm sure he's going to like the rest that he's going to get here for a little while.
I'm even going to give him the day off tomorrow.
I would hope you would. 36 seconds remaining here in the third period of play. And the face-off will come up now to the left side of Черкас. Their other goaler is Alexander Tыжных.
Jeff tells Dean to go back out. He might say no.
And it's set up now, and it comes back out over to center ice. And Ford will come back over to set it up for Wisconsin. 30 seconds remaining in the third period of play. Certainly nothing to be ashamed of on the part of the Wisconsin Badgers. Here in a two-night series, they lose to Team USA 7-3 and to Soviet Select. Back in over the line, controlling it, knocking it down to Власов with it. Igor Власов with the puck and stick handling out towards center ice. Власov goes rink one of the pass. The Soviets regroup, and Teplakov. And he dumps it down to the Badger zone, just wide of the net. 3 seconds. We've come to the end of the game, and Soviet Select has defeated the Wisconsin Badgers, but a good performance by the Cardinal and White. The final score here, 4-2.